watching it blow through. Never sure where the path goes.
Smash that like button. Woo!
Like and subscribe.
3:30 in the morning. It's been raining all night. I haven't had much liquid come in at all. Small amount on this side. Yes, not sure where it's coming from. So far, the tent has stood up, and there we have it. Leaving my camp spot there. It rained and rained and rained very heavily last night. The good thing is, I was dry. So now I've got 1.5 kilometers to get some water. Coming down, there's a cool wind. It's at least 15 degrees cooler this morning than it was yesterday. So I've got my waterproofs on to keep myself warm. We're at 1,700 meters. It's been raining all night. This is a good water source. Coming up to another hut, and it's closed, but clearly some hikers decided this was the place to stop. You can hear the fence clicking. Early morning. I camped right up there in the open. Whew, what a night. Day 29. It's fairly early. I did have waterproofs on earlier because it was quite cold up top, but I've taken them off. Day 28. It was seemed a very long day. We did an awful lot of up and down, did just 22 kilometers. It just shows you how tough it is. And then overnight, just broke there because a couple of chamois ran by, so I took their picture. Yeah, overnight it rained. Boy, did it rain, and we were in the open. But the tent stood up. Only a small amount of liquid got in. But it was a long, long night. And then today, it's sort of 30% chance of rain the whole day, so it might not rain at all. It might rain sometimes. But I'm not sure what I'm going to do today, given 22k was maximum I could do yesterday. But let's see where the day takes us. You don't realise how high you are. Just gone up 250 metres, now coming down a little bit to the second water source of the day. Unlike the Jura, where, to be fair, it's lower down, but pretty much every water source was empty. In the Alps, pretty much every water source is full and flowing. And as we've had rain overnight, I imagine they're all going to be replenished over the next few days as it soaks through. This has been in my eye line for the last 15 minutes. As evidence of how much rain there's been overnight, there are just so many puddles, but also all the little streams you can hear behind the trees. They're all running. A very wet and peaty area, and a sign to say go right. Not many other places to go. Interesting shed built into the side of the hill. Yeah. Okay, the little restaurant isn't open. We've got a truck coming up to it. You work your way up over a col to realise that there's actually a valley slightly higher. So now have to go over the next col. The big saving grace today, it is about 10 to 15 degrees cooler today as the storm pushed through some cooler weather, so that's at least one benefit. But ups and downs, yeah, they never change. Guarded shelter. It would be amazing if they did anything. Eggs, an omelette. I've no idea how many eggs, but fantastic. Passing by the Green Lake, and our guy doing some works. And we get our first feeling of walking on snow. And the cable car is now going. Get up to the top of the col, and this is what you see. Wow. These guys just come up. I think they're going to start testing the lift system. The ski resort of Champery-les-Crozets, but goes up to 2,132, which is what I'm at. I'm just going to wait a second because something's rolling in and it's going up the path that I want to go. So I'm going to wait a few minutes. Crouched beside this rock, the other side of the wind, watching it blow through. It's actually hail. Hiding in one of the cabins at the top, just happened to be open. That was a bit scary. The weather came from the left and it's now over to the right. So Nicolas and I hid out in this hut for a good half hour to watch the storm go left to right, go into the next valley, and then go right to left and go back again. So we think it's probably okay to continue. Ski infrastructure. You got some famous resorts, but looking at how high we were, 2,200. You don't always look back, but I came down the path right on the edge of that sheer drop. Yeah. Completing each stage in this area, you can't avoid these roads that go between ski resorts, or at least ski lifts. The path goes over some permanent snow. You definitely feel a bit of a mountain goat on some of these paths. Oh, you come up to this edge and you've got no idea what's going to be, and then it's all okay, sort of. And that's what you got in front of you. Just a few ropes to help you. I'm not going to video this as I do it because it looks pretty fierce. Not sure where the path goes, but that's where I'm going to go, up there. Frightening. Lunch stop view. Trust me, that's a marmot. Going along these tiny paths thinking, where are we going? And suddenly it cuts back on itself and you go the opposite direction. But this path is on a bit of an angle. And there's our path, going all the way along the edge. I've really discovered something. They're goats. You come down from the mountain on high, Look at the size of the path they give you. Whew. So this is it. If you want to do the bits that are really terrifying, T4, go that way. Otherwise, you go this way. Everybody's happy and silent, chewing the cud. Wow, it's been so long since I've seen one of you. Well, it's been a wet evening and a wet morning, so maybe that's why.
Smash that like button. Woo!
Like and subscribe.